Clay's Park Resort, a true American success story. That's about the best way to describe this family haven of a half-century. From a dream set in motion 50 years ago, Clay's Park Resort has evolved into one of the premier privately owned recreation parks in the nation. And over the past 5 decades, literally millions of people have come to Canal, Fulton, Ohio to enjoy the vision of one man. Otis Clay's vision was simple: to build a facility where family entertainment and recreation was the primary goal. As Otis shared his vision with the public, excitement grew and newspapers began heralding the opening of Clay's Park Resort. Reporters predicted the park would incorporate all the features of a dude ranch, a summer vacation hideaway for city dwellers, and a large fishing and picnic resort for families and church groups. And now, after 50 years of operation, those statements still ring true. Construction of Clay's Park Resort actually started shortly after Otis Clay bought a neighboring farm in the early 1940s. But with the coming of World War II, equipment and manpower needed to construct the park was in short supply. The project stalled. It was after the war ended that Otis Clay's dream finally started to become a reality. In those early years, Clay's Park consisted primarily of a single lake, which was used for both fishing and swimming. Visitors had access to about 100 picnic tables with a few grills and barbecue pits, but the people came. Encouraged by his good start, Otis soon undertook the next phase of his plan. To go along with the fishing lake, Clay designed and built a 10-acre sand-bottom swimming pool. But this was no ordinary swimming pool. Clay installed pumps and drains that continually circulated the pool with fresh water. And to this day, the lake is completely drained every fall and refilled in the spring. Over the years, many water attractions and activities have been added to the beachfront. In the mid-1950s, Otis Clay added the spinning top and barrel roll along with basic diving boards. The 60s saw more improvements like the above-water slide, ring swings, and the pulley ride. And in the 70s, visitors at Clay's Park Resort really enjoyed the new dual high-speed water slide.
He talked about various things that was going to build something here and something over there. And of course, most of the things that he talked about were to be done in future time. And he kind of jokingly had a way of answering by saying, well, I'll only be 89 when that happens, or I'll only be 110 when we get to this.
As the years went on, Clay's Park Resort became a favorite hideaway for many Northeast Ohio families. Before passing away in 1966, Otis groomed his sons Robert and John O. Clay to maintain his high standards. It was a big job, since Clay's Park Resort had expanded to include a 200-acre camping area. At the time, it was one of the largest privately owned campgrounds in the Midwest. Clay's also included a full resort program with sports, arts and crafts, dancing, movies, and horseback riding. In the early 70s, Clay's Park became home to the Yankee Peddler Arts and Crafts Festival. For 26 years now, master craftspeople, entertainers, and food purveyors have descended on Canal Fulton every September, transforming Clay's Park Resort into a pioneer village. The 3 weekends following Labor Day in September are always the dates for this authentic festival, where arts and crafts, entertainment, and food that were available 2 centuries ago can be had today. And then in the 1980s, John's son Mike stepped forward to continue what his grandfather and father had started. The mandate given Mike going all the way back to Otis Clay was a simple one: keep Clay's Park up to date with the times, the people, and the facilities. To that end, Mike Clay soon began making more improvements to the park, like building additional campsites, ball diamonds, and covered pavilions. But Mike had even more improvements in mind to carry on his grandfather's vision of family entertainment. In 1981, he built an outdoor amphitheater, Clay's Park Music Center. With its natural setting and parking for 10,000 cars, it wasn't long before Clay's Park Music Center hosted some of country music's hottest stars. In 1990, the Clay's venue also became the permanent Northeast Ohio home for the Alive Christian Music Festival, held every June. Director, Bill Greening.
In the second year of our existence, the festival started growing quite dramatically. And naturally, a few people had even mentioned to me in passing, hey, have you ever thought of Clay's Park? And I had the opportunity to come over and meet with Thomas Clay, and we had a great conversation about the recreation here, the added swimming, some of the facilities, the amenities that were here, such as water slides, paddle boats, basketball, miniature golf, on and on.
Started out this morning in the usual way. Are there any good people alive? Festival tonight. Well, come on. Gotta take
And people comment about the site. Many of the artists say this is one of the nicest festival sites they've ever been to. And many of these people that come in have traveled the country looking at venues for special events.
And now in the 1990s, Mike's brother Thomas is the latest Clay to continue the family vision.
I'm fourth generation in the amusement and entertainment business, and I started working here when I was 6 years old. And basically I've worked in every function within the operation. With this being our 50th anniversary, I'm extremely excited about where we're planning to go in the next 10 to 15 years.
Thomas understands it is his mission to keep Clay's Park moving forward with an eye on the 21st century.
When my grandfather developed Clay's Park Resort back in the late 40s, he had a real passion for special events. And he did all kinds of popular events back in the 50s and 60s, included everything from summer stock theater to car races to buggy races. And he was very creative in the kind of events that he packaged for his park.
Clay's Park now averages 200 corporate events each year. And right now is the perfect time to beat your cabin fever and get the ball rolling on your special event for 1998. With 50 years of fun and good times behind us, we know how to make you and your group happy. Call us now at 1-800-424-7078 or come to Canal Fulton for a visit.